We got a letter from the Fed saying that funding for one of our programs was frozen, shut off completely. That's real frustrating.
Frank Garcia, the son of migrant workers and now the executive director of Immigration Counseling Services, can't understand how any program that builds toward the dream of U.S. citizenship would be cut off from federal funding.
You move from a less dependent state into an independent state and someone who becomes a real contributor to this nation and helps our local economy and the family prospers.
Each organization received a short email Tuesday telling them effective immediately, quote, "Your grant from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services is frozen." It went on to say, "We are unable to provide a timeline on this freeze."
Completely chaotic. It's really difficult to plan and develop a strategy in regards to our work when one day you have funds and then the next day you don't.
For Immigration Counseling Services, this was a relatively new grant, but across town at Ecumenical Ministries of Oregon, this was a long-standing 15-year grant under the New Americans Initiative.
I don't know what this administration is hoping to do, but this should be a bipartisan effort. This should be something that reflects the values of our country. We don't help people because they're Americans. We help people because we are Americans. And that is something that we need to remember.
Senator Ron Wyden weighed in on the freezes in funding, issuing a statement saying in part, quote, "They're stunts that sometimes break contracts and end up costing taxpayers more while harming our community."
It's harmful because there isn't enough resources across the state to begin with.
Agencies say they will tighten their belts and seek help from private donors, including businesses that have time and time again depended on immigrants for labor and other contributions. David?
A lot of uncertainty and questions, and we're only 2.5 weeks in. Thank you, Libby.